my spine unparalyzed. Okay, I'm gonna queue.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, I'm ready. Should I tell chat how my day was?
True.
Uh, uh, the day was pretty good, and yeah. What else should I say?
What do you want?
I don't know. I feel like
Working
you.
out. So I can't be, my mind space is not going to be to you.
Okay, okay. I just ripped my shirt.
How the hell did you do that?
I just pulled on it too hard.
High key, can this workout be done already? I'm fucking tired.
Just crazy CDR. It's like an auto attack. Bro, I had half my health gone. Yeah, I can't even. I guess I'll trade off his W cooldown. I just have to back.
God. God, I swear. Why is vanilla so random? I'm just gonna send this to you.
Yeah,
Why are you always on here?
I told you. I'm trying to grow my stream.
Let's take out the garbage in the house, inside the house.
Yeah, I took it out.
Is this like a residual stinkiness?
I don't even smell it.
When you first came in, you didn't smell it?
No.
Did you cook something?
I made a enchilada. Like, I got frozen enchiladas. I made that.
It smells like a dang nasty
Nice.
He's trying to sell something.
Is he? Oh.
Suspicious. Yeah, he has a free 2 hours listen thing you can listen to.
Oh, I didn't.
It's always selling something. You get a free thing that's 2 hours free to listen to.
I didn't care about that, but.
He's referencing a book.
Yeah, yeah.
I do think I don't think you can boil people down to 4 colors.
But it's supposed to be like archetypes. I don't think you're just saying like exactly like that. Like,
And then there's holes in his theories as well. But I do kind of want to ask you, what color do you think I am if you believe this?
I don't know. I think
don't know?
it. I feel like you don't land in
I
one.
know, that's the thing. Because, like, when he said for all of this off, but if he has 3 questions, I went through the questions several times and it doesn't, but I probably did the detail oriented one, so that's why it's bothering me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's not enough details. How can you possibly say that? Did you?
I feel like I'm like pretty solidly green.
And I have more traits of red when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And I have more yellow when I'm at home. Like, yeah, you can agree here. So he has these 3 questions next.
Yeah.
Can I come over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question number 1. Are you more introverted or extroverted?
So,
If you're introverted, that means
which one do you think I am, introverted or extroverted?
green. And if you're
Introverted?
extroverted,
you think I'm extroverted. See, that's
No,
the
I
thing.
said introverted.
Oh, yeah, I am introverted. But people think I'm extroverted, which is a lie. I fake like I'm extroverted, but I'm really introverted.
next question. Am I more logical or emotional? If you're more logical, then that means you're either a green or a red.
I think I'm more
And if you're
emotional,
more
right?
emotional, that means you're either a
I don't know. I feel like you could
With
be
these
either.
2 questions already, you should be able to know which color you are. But you can ask a 3rd question just in case. And the 3rd question is,
Okay, so like, let's just try to do these 2 questions. So according to these 2 questions, I am I more emotional or logical?
I don't know.
See, that's why this is, and then I'm extroverted when I'm outside, but I'm not really, I really am introverted. I play like I'm extroverted. I mask like I'm extroverted.
Well, I think it's like in the context if someone like wants to connect with you.
So then according to this, I'm yellow then. Is whatever you have the same color as, like that.
Okay.
But then so then let's look at the 3rd
do I
question.
speak more deliberately or quickly?
Which-
now,
quickly,
if you're
right?
more
Me,
deliberate,
quickly?
That means you're either
I
a
think
green
more
or-
deliberately.
Really?
And if you speak more quickly, then that means you're a
Okay, so then I'm blue. Do you think I'm blue?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, let's go back. What's blue again?
result-driven, and they're a little bit impatient. Then next we have the yellows. They are social, enthusiastic, talkative, creative, optimistic. Then next we have the greens. They are calm, supportive, reliable. They don't like sudden changes and they're extremely patient. Then finally we've got the blues. The blues are precise, detail-oriented. They're cautious, they're critical thinkers, and they're perfectionists. Now, if you're still unsure at this point which color you
Yeah,
are,
I guess I'm a blue then if this is true.
Okay.
And then your brother is a red, but he's also weird. So what does that mean? I shouldn't try to get. I can stop trying to make it stop being illegal. That's what I think from.
Welcome everyone to another matchup hot seat. Today we're going to be covering the Ari versus Orianna matchup. This is a very El Clasico matchup. You know, there's a lot of history here. A lot of people hate this matchup, and understandably, it is actually one of Ari's hardest 1v1 matchups. So, what we're going to be doing is starting high level. What is this matchup all about? What should our mindset be? What are our reference points? Let's actually compare the two champions for a second. Ari is a El Clasico 2v2 oriented champion. Loves playing with your jungler, we love river skirmishes, we love kind of playing the map, that sort of thing. Whereas Orianna on the other end is the complete polar opposite. We don't really like 2v2s, we don't really like playing river fights. We want to play for the 1v1 and look to dominate our lane opponent. So basically what you've got is two opposing identities coming to each other. So our job is as an Ari is to kind of at a high level minimize, really focus on our last hits, really try and get to our wave clear breakpoint, trying to play a bit of dodgeball and avoid damage coming into us, and really just try to play it, directing a lot of our attention towards our jungler, what our jungler's doing, and be there for river fights. Orianna, on the other hand, really wants to try and isolate the lane, ward and lean, get pressure, bully down this Ari, and prevent Ari from playing the map. And Orianna can do that by slow building waves, shoving into the Ari, and bringing the fight to the Ari. Now, what we're going to do is get into the actual lane now, and we're going to be covering a wide variety of things. So, in this game, what you'll see good Oriannas do is that they'll actually start in the lane level 1 like this and place their ball here. So what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to step from side to side. I want to move over here, make Orianna use the ball over here, and then I'm going to maneuver on the other side of the lane and make sure there's as much space as possible between the balls, such that the ball has to travel maximum distance. This is going to make it a lot harder for Orianna to actually...
Oh, yeah, they are probably done.
land that Q onto me. Now, one of the other benefits is that if I can avoid that Q, if I can step from side to side and avoid that Q, then I also have options to potentially W forwards and then proc my Electro on the enemy. Now, it's important, from an Ari perspective, that we're really quite intentional with baiting out this Q. We can't really be proactive in our trading. We need to be kind of reactive, and we need to be baiting out abilities first and then creating those windows to trade. We can't just slam our head and our face into Orianna, otherwise we're just going to get destroyed by Qs because we fundamentally get outranged. So straight away from level 1, as you can see, I'm trying to bait out that ability. So I walk up, pretend I'm going to walk up, and look at how I move very far away from that ball, and I actually threatened running into the Orianna. Now here, what I actually simultaneously do is I end up baiting out the Q, knowing the ball's behind me, and run forwards to actually get a really good trade. So this was a really great trade, and I proc my Electro. But notice here now, I force the ball back to Orianna. Now I'm chilling, let the ball come out, and notice what I'll do here is I'll run really far away from that ball. So here I'm running very far away, maximizing my distance from me and the ball. And the great thing about the change to the map in Season 14 is that now the lane is a lot wider, which actually benefits Ari. Before it was a lot thinner, and then it made it actually a lot harder for Ari. So notice how now I'm going to walk on the other side of the lane, and again make it very difficult for this Orianna to land the Q. And this way I can actually keep the wave in a relatively neutral state, use these windows where Orianna's ball is on cooldown to trim the wave, and really limit myself getting slow built into. And so notice I'm still willing to look for that nice little opportunistic auto Ws when that Q is down. And now my mindset with my Q is that I want to look for high value Qs whenever possible. But again, priority number one is mainly just trying to bait out that Q as often as possible. So in my mind, I've got this internal clock. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like really playing it around that Oriana kind of cooldown. Now, one thing I do here that's quite nice is that Oriana uses his Q, boom, I move it back over onto the other side, kind of create that distance. Notice how I'm allocating a lot of my mental stack to my farm, securing my farm. And then when that Q's down, notice how I'm walking at them. I'm really trying to punish that cooldown. Now, the important thing, the reason this is so important is that if I run at the Oriana, what that's going to do is going to force the Oriana to pull back the ball onto her character, which then relieves pressure on me in the future because now the ball's on her, so now the next Q has to travel a lot of distance. If I don't walk forward and punish that cooldown and she keeps the ball on top of her, the ball's just going to be constantly swinging from side to side, which is a little bit harder to deal with than when it is coming from the actual source of her character. So as a result here, guys, I'm able to take some nice little trades, punish those cooldowns, proc my Electro, and look what I've done here. I've really kept the wave in a nice little kind of neutral position. I've tried to find warding windows here, but I didn't really want to miss any XP. So as a result, I'm standing inside the wave. Now this is quite complicated. I don't expect you guys to do this, but what I'm doing here is actively trying to get Oriana to AoE the wave and me to get the wave coming back out to me a little bit because I'm versing a Hecarim jungle and I felt like I was under a lot of threat. This VOD is actually uploaded as a live commentary in the on the website. So if you're interested and want to know a little bit more details, you can me talking through my thought process. You can watch that live commentary. But basically, it's the same thing on repeat. Notice again, I'm keeping my distance as much as possible away from the ball. Notice my movement as well. I'm trying to walk up and walk back. I'm doing a bit of wiggling here. I'm walking up, walking back, walking up, walking back, trying to bait out some of those cues. I'm only really incentivized to walk up when the minions get low, and then I'm going to walk up, secure my farm, boom, might weave in some high value cues every now and then, but the reason I'm not being that aggressive is because I was versing a Hecarim jungle, so I had to be a little bit more conservative. So what I'm really desperately trying to look for here is also a ward window. So here I finally find that nice little ward angle, and I get a beautiful little ward here. But notice again, bait out that ability, and I'm only able to avoid majority of these Qs because I'm keeping such a big distance between the ball and always able to run away from it. And the distance is so large that I'm not even having to use my W. Now sometimes you can use your W reactively to avoid those Qs. But if you're spacing and you're keeping distance from the ball, sometimes you don't even need to. Sometimes you can just walk away from it. One thing I'll also say as well is that a lot of REs panic and they focus too much on trading and it comes at the cost of their farm, and that's really going to bite them in the
tutorial
up.
on how to play this matchup.
Is this from your coach?
Yeah.
Really got to find that balance between focusing on your farm and trading. But again, priority number one is always avoiding damage taken, baiting out those abilities, and that's going to give you the farm window. But I was able to spot the Hecarim on the bot side, so he loops around, all's good. Notice how, I'm trying to avoid using W to last hit as much as possible, because then I'm losing that threat to trade back onto the Oriana, and I also don't have the ability to do stuff like this. So here I use the W aggressively to try and get in range. Now, I'm going to be exploring this trading pattern a little bit more. I don't want to dwell on it here. I want to keep the VOD going, and I'll highlight a few more moments. So now my mindset here is I'm just farming, letting the wave come into me a little bit, having to respect some support roam windows here. And I'm really just focusing on getting to my, getting a decent first recall. Here I have to secure the cannon, so I use that W. So fast forwarding, waves coming into me, CS under tower. We're chilling. Now what I do here is I fake a recall. Look, this is quite advanced, but basically for those of you who are interested, what I'm trying to do is if I pretend I'm recalling, then Oriana's going to hard shove the wave and use abilities on the wave. And if she uses abilities on the wave, she can't use them on me. So then I'm able to stick around. So I get the reset. Now, another little tidbit is it's very important to get an early tier 1 boots. You don't want to go magical footwear in this matchup, and you don't want to delay your tier 1 boots. Movement speed is very important to help you space, tether, and avoid those Qs from Oriana. Now, when I come back, I want to explore some of these trading patterns. So as the lane goes on a little bit, one thing that I'm really trying to do is go for the WQ trading pattern. And the WQ trading pattern is the one where I'm actually using my W to close the gap and then land my Q. Because Oriana's quite a high range champion, I can't just walk up and get into Q range. I'll often have to use my W and then then my Q. So here I'm doing a good job, as you can see, same rinse repeat, standing well away from the ball, and then maneuvering onto the other side of the lane, and then making it very, very hard for this Orianna to land these Qs. And notice how I've basically been able to minimize really effectively and keep the wave in really nice positions just from avoiding all these Qs and baiting out abilities. Beautiful. Now, whenever my jungler's looking to go to the river, I'm always going to hover in the area. This is my champ's identity. I always want to look for opportunities to move into the river. If nothing happens, nothing happens, but I'm always willing to move. So notice here again, what I'm trying to do is go for high value Qs, trim the wave out so it doesn't get massive and slow build into me. And I'm really just trying to focus on my farm. Any opportunity where I can, again, move into the river and complement my jungler, I will do so. So I hover over, establish a little bit of vision, then go back mid. Now, continuing on, again, I'm just alternating my oscillating between one side of the lane to the other, really focusing on avoiding these Qs as much as possible. Trimming the wave as well so the waves don't get too big. Really keeping my distance. Look at how much distance I'm keeping here as well. Whenever Orianna walks up, I'm really keeping my distance. There's no point. I know that I'm not here to win the lane. If I neutralize the lane, I'm happy. Now this trading pattern. Now if you see Orianna use Q on the wave like that, and you feel as though you want to go for a trade, what you can do is you can W first, get the movement speed, and then Q, and that will allow you to clip that Q1, Q2, and you get a really, really good trade. Now the downside obviously is that you're not getting the W damage, but honestly, getting the Q1, Q2 is even better. So that's actually a trading pattern you can do into a lot of high range matchups. It's very good into Orianna, situationally of course, when her Q is already down. So what I do is I shove, get myself a recall, got my lost chapter, beautiful. And typically by the time you get to this stage of the lane, it can get a little bit tricky because Orianna's damage is quite high, but it's really just the same thing. You still got to focus on moving side to side, warding and leaning, complementing your jungler, establishing vision whenever you can, looking for nice little Qs through the wave, and whenever a fight happens in the river, I want to be there. So basically at this stage of the game, yep, I'm taking a little bit of damage. It is what it is. But again, I'm trying to keep up my farm. Whenever I avoid that Q, I'm trying to step away from the next one, use that. And notice how whenever I bait out that Q, I'm using this as a window to then trim the wave out and get some CS. I don't just bait out the ability, then sit under my tower. There's no point baiting out the ability and doing nothing. When that ability is down, you want to use this as a window to actually get something, whether it's a trade or whether it's secure some farm, whether it's get a bit of vision, whatever it is you need to do. So fast forwarding a little bit here. I've got some great vision on bot side. Keeping my distance here, being very conservative, really focusing on my farm. Notice how I don't just walk up and try to AoE the wave randomly. I really focus on keeping my distance and really, I'm being specific about how I'm using my Q. Every Q is done with intention. And also, I'm okay to give caster creeps every now and then. I'm not just running around and taking damage for every single caster. I'm willing to make some sacrifices. And again, same thing, oscillating in the lane, keeping distance. End up getting a nice little ward, identify that ward window, and now I'm at my wave clear breakpoint. And when I get to your wave clear breakpoint, basically I can just do this. I can just one-shot the wave, essentially the back line. Even if I get shoved in a little bit by the Orianna, I'm going to clear the wave so goddamn fast that it doesn't even matter. And so as we fast forward, it's basically the same thing on repeat. I keep continuously shoving the wave, getting good quality resets, and then looking to complement my jungler. And then by this stage, you're basically at the end of the lane. And now I can just have first move to any fight happening in the river and get things happening with my jungler. So, you may ask, well, what could Orianna have done better in this lane? Well, honestly, the big one is in the early lane, Orianna needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Orianna needed to be posturing more aggressive. Orianna needed to be walking kind of here. She needed to be leaning and warding more aggressively and getting in my face and preventing me from really, getting on the wave and trimming the wave. Also, the other thing she did is she didn't really, she was very kind of linear with her Q usage. What is the next level that when you're versing Aries that are very, I guess, intentional with their positioning, is the Orianna can walk up and simply just hold Q, don't Q. Sometimes holding Q will actually create a lot, or allow you to get significant shove on the wave, and then when you got significant shove on the wave, because you're zoning the Ari, then you would Q. But because this Orianna was so trigger happy, I could just bait it out, and then that would give me these windows to then trim the wave and do whatever the hell I wanted. But if she was never using the Q, I'd be a lot more scared. So she needed to adapt and be a little bit more patient with her ability usage. So overall, guys, this is not an easy matchup. I would consider this probably one of Ari's hardest matchups. you know, the challenge with this matchup is that it's very mentally overwhelming, right? You've got so many things to think about. You're trying to oscillate in the lane. You're trying to do that while not dying to ganks and find those warding windows. You're trying to focus on your farm and secure farm, but not every single farm, because then you're going to get poked too much. So you've got to sacrifice caster creep situationally. And you've got to be on point with your resets and try to think about your jungler's location. So there's a lot going on here. In my opinion, if I was starting out in this matchup, priority number one for me would be really trying to get comfortable baiting out those Qs, oscillating from side to side, and making sure I'm warding and leaning. Even if I miss a little bit of CS here and there, even if I get clipped here and there, that's okay. But as long as I'm really being intentional, trying to bait out that ability and being kind of, have that kind of, I guess, baiting out ability mindset so I can create those windows to farm. So if you're more interested and you want to see how this game plays out, check out the live commentary. If you have any other questions about this one, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys around the Discord. Cheers.
Welcome everybody to the Ari versus Brand matchup. We'll see. This is an incredibly classic Ari matchup because we can just really play towards our Western points. The goal in this lane is to get towards our level 6, then we're going to look to start skirmishing around the map, and our skirmishes in general are a lot stronger comparatively towards Brands because we can reposition, we've got a lot of burst damage, and we can make it hard for him to land his AoE spells onto us because it's so easy for us to spread out with our team and then be in a spot where Brand just struggles doing the AoE damage. It's also easy for us to dodge his skill shots, and therefore Ari is a completely fine matchup in the lane. So, before we go into the actual gameplay, let's start up the gameplay right here. Let's think about Brand. Okay, what does Brand want to do? Brand is a champion that wants to get towards his point where he can like play offense defense on the wave, and he can push you in. So Brand is going to look to try to not really interact with you in the first few levels because he's not that strong of a laner. And then the moment he reaches level 7 and he's got quite a bit of AP, he can start one-shotting casters and carry up to his wave clear breakpoint. He eventually wants to phone back team fight and nuke people. That's what Brand does. So, what we identify, level 1, we really want to get a prio. We generally want to get a prio in this lane, so we prevent him from playing offense as defense on the wave. And we're going to look to trade with him, because we have got a little bit more burst damage than him. We can also use our W reactively to dodge out on some of his spells. Because of that reason, we're in a spot where we're actually able to contest Brand pretty well. Now, one of the key things that you want to do, especially when the whenever the lane goes a little bit later, is you want to be in a position where you stand quite far outside of the wave. So eventually then, you want to stand right here, because Brand can use a W or a Q onto one of these casters and then spread it with the E, which goes really far. You kind of want to prevent getting hit by that stuff, because it actually deals quite a bit of damage. So standing outside of the wave is going to be key. Now, we've done quite a bit of heavy trading, so we just take a TP reset back, and we get back into the lane here. And we're going to look to just take good quality trades onto Brand right now. We're going to keep the push onto the wave and prevent him from being in a position where he can do whatever he wants. We missed some spells here, but great reactive W usage towards his W. This is going to be a classic thing to do, guys. Reactive W usage towards his W is a key thing that we're going to need to deploy. That way we can stay high HP, and you see how far away we stand now from the minions. He knows the range really well, and he does a pretty good job at not allowing Brand to E, because that was going to allow Brand to push in the wave fast, while also being in a spot where he can hit us. So really good trade onto the Electrocute. And you can see that Brand actually does quite a bit of damage at this point in the game if he can land his spells. So a big part of what we're going to try to do is not getting hit by his spells. But we've already gotten the reset, we got some pots. He doesn't have a reset yet, so we're now in a position where we might be able to now pressure him. Or what we can do is we can always just hard clear the wave into a reset. You know, we've got many options depending on what we seem as a viable fit. So right here, Brand slightly out of position. We try to get a charm going. Unfortunately, it doesn't land. That's fine. And we can now easily just flash for the Electrocute and get a nice little kill. So Brand was a little bit greedy here. We just got him trapped in a nice little reset in a good spot. We go early boots. I like early T1 boots a lot, because early T1 boots are going to allow us to dodge Brand's skill shots and stay high HP. The wave push is something that we can get anyway versus Brand most of the time, right? Brand's going to look to try to do these high value W into E's, where he hits the entire wave and hits you as well. And we're in a position where we can now just look to play push on him. We got a bit of mana, and with that and multiple points in Q, we can just easily look to put some push pressure onto him. And that's like the goal, right? From this point onward, see if we can get the push, and then pressure him with that. There's a bit of heavy trading going on here, which is okay. We got refillable potion, and as you can see, Brand is not really backing down. We got a little bit of pike action, which dies, which means we die. It is what it is. The goal right now is just get the push, get to level 6, and then look to skirmish. So you see that Brand does a W onto the wave. He
My
spreads it out
teammate
with
just
E.
said
We
I'm
did not get
higher
hit
than
by
a
E, so
kite
we're in a
right
good
now.
spot
Just
here.
smacked the
Our
pen
team's on
like
a little bit
6
of
times.
downtime, so we're not
Bruh.
contesting the wave right now with Q. But we can start contesting right now on the level 6 timer. When there's going to be a
What?
little bit more skirmishes.
Bro, that's my
happening around the map. So
teammate,
pretty good
man.
trading here with the
Yeah.
electrocute.
Tell him
You
to
see
lock
that
in.
It's too late.
Item that Brand built,
He's
which is the
locked
giant
out.
belt, gives him a little bit of extra
Yeah.
trading power. But we got really easy gank setup, of course, right? With our level 6. It's very easy for just set up ganks and get a nice little kill onto the Brand. From this point onward, the lane is pretty straightforward. But let's take a look at how we're exactly going to play it. We're going to take a reset. And from this point, it's just push, move, push, move. Okay? We're just going to nuke the wave.
have left home years ago.
started the dishwasher pretty, so can you put your dishes in there?
Okay.
I have to wake up really early tomorrow.
A body nourished, a soul fed. So much I want to see for myself. Like this bird.
An ally has been slain.
Live with no regrets.
An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Slain an enemy.
I would never let you suffer. I still remember the flag. As the seasons change, so do I. You should have left 10 years ago.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.
I'll have them chasing their tails.
Hey, don't forget to put the dishes in there, okay?
I won't. I can start it for you if you want it.
Killing spree. Double kill.
I won't do it too late. I'll do it right after this game.
Well, I haven't loaded all my stuff yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in about 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. Then that's
Remember this.
Okay, my last game right now. Oh wait, I gotta put the dishes away.
Welcome, BBCs, to episode number 242 of the Broken Fire Concept Podcast, the number one League of Legends, solo Q educational and motivational podcast. Curtis, Charlie, we're going to be doing a React episode today. We're going to be reacting to a video called You Are Brainwashed by Ranked. It's by a new YouTuber. He doesn't have any other videos. Popped off. Has 10,000 views, 600 likes. People are loving this video. So the plan of attack, ladies and gentlemen, this video is 16 minutes and 53 seconds long. We are going to watch a little bit, pause, discuss our thoughts, watch a little bit, pause, discuss our thoughts. Curtis, why are we doing this? You brought this to Charlie and I. We were going to do another episode today, but Curtis said, nope, we are going to be reacting to this. This is the new direction of the podcast. Let's go. What's going on here, Curtis?
Yeah, so I actually saw a school post about this, and I gave it a bit of a gaze, and I thought, ooh, interesting. This is not usually the type of content that we would react to. And I think, look, for people who listen to this podcast, they understand a lot of our key kind of messages and what we're about here, right? Growth mindset, we love ranked, we love solo queue, we love improvement, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I think, you know, part of our, I guess, I think we're obligated to hear differing opinions, differing takes. We need to stop outcasting all these different takes. And if someone actually makes the effort to put together a video articulating thoughts that maybe differ from ours, we should most definitely hear them out, break down these ideas, and maybe we're missing them. Maybe we're just three idiots here sitting at a table. Maybe we're delusional. So, you know, I love getting different opinions, not just some rage kind of post on Reddit, right? And this is going to be hopefully trying to hear out the other side. What are other people's voices? What are other people's opinions? And rather than just ignoring them, bring them in and actually let's dissect them and let's get into the details. So I really want this to be more of a like hearing other opinions episode.
And this
Whatever
podcast
you
is about
Okay.
So if this is, again, if you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't get any people just genuinely think it's just a ridiculous video. people actually saying, "Oh, I agree with a lot of this
Yeah.
stuff." So it's important for us to hear what the ranks and generally player base their
Welcome
feelings and
to
thoughts about the game.
Summoner's Rift.
So just for, even selfishly for us, let's just understand where people are at. Maybe you can communicate with them better, and educate them about how the game works. Is what
Minions
we
have
find that a lot
spawned.
of the downfall with a lot of criticism of the ranks. People don't really understand the mistakes they're making in their games, that their teammates, how much impact, influence they can have over the game. They just miss the beauty of the game that shine a light.
Now, I want to preface this. Charlie and Nathan have not seen this video. I've seen probably the first 2 minutes, so we're largely going in blindly. There's no prepared statements. We haven't got anything written. This is we're kind of raw dogging this. So I reckon we dive in, start dissecting it, and then away we go.
And the rules are between the three of us. Anyone can pause at any moment.
Well, I can't reach, so I'll just have to tap you on the shoulder.
Or you could just do like a
Reach.
Yeah.
We need a buzzer system.
Yeah.
Everyone has a different buzzer sound.
Ding.
And who knows,
The
maybe we'll just
world
play
is
it for 5
mine to
minutes and we have
discover.
nothing to say. Maybe just,
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's just right.
or we could be pausing every 15 seconds.
This could be a 16-minute and 53
Yeah.
second
This
podcast.
could, this could go two ways. This could be a 15.
No, we're gonna pause like crazy. Don't worry.
Or this could be a 3-hour podcast. So let's have a crack.
Competitive gaming, an entertaining and fun way to watch your favorite video games. And seeing the best of the best players in the world competing at the highest level. Many multiplayer games.
Enemy double kill.
Satisfying victory at adrenaline rush, climbing the leaderboard to
I
reach
hear
that
the
beautiful
wind
rank telling us that we are worth it. The three main multiplayer games I play have ranked those. Apex Legends, League of Legends, Rocket League. How come every game I play is the word legend? I don't really know, but I do know one thing. As a League of
I
Legends
won't
challenger
forget what
player
it means
myself,
to feel alive.
I know that satisfaction of achieving a certain level of rank. And achieving this high prestigious rank in League of Legends has significantly improved my life. How is that? Am I a good actor? Did you guys buy that? You want to know the truth?
I did.
I'm living my
I think
best
ranked
life.
mode is really overrated. And people who use ranked as the only way to measure someone's skills in video games are very unwise to only judge one path. So obsessed with ranked. To the point where players
An enemy has been slain.
I've seen people become angry through rank. So angry that some of them go to the point of breaking things. Breaking in real life objects due to the rage in video games. Or letting their emotions from an online ranked game leak into the real world and take out their frustrations on people that have nothing to do with them. People are brainwashed. Wow. Bold thing for a challenger player like myself to say, right? At the end of the day,
Enemy killing spree.
ranked, they just control pixels against other people who are controlling pixels to ultimately get an icon that is named. These ranked icons, nothing. They're not valuable at all. This challenger
Hello?
icon is so
Hey.
invaluable that
Mortal
it is
lives,
not meant to
so
be.
fleeting.
I
What you doing?
I'm
Playing
not actually
League.
a
It's my last
challenger.
game.
In reality, I am
An
bold.
enemy has been slain.
It's so easy to fake an object when that object is not a real entity. If you're watching this thinking Tournament King's opinion on rank no longer
Nature
matters,
here is
report he
too
is not high
quiet.
ranked.
So I want to start here. I mean, I think there's going to be a few arguments here we're going to have to unpack. So the first one that I'm kind of gauging here is because it. Okay, so there's a lot of loaded games going on this time. We're playing an online game, maybe, so it doesn't has no value. You can say something about
Anything.
basically
We're all gonna die anyway. What's the point?
I'll
It's all
cherish these memories
materialistic
forever.
things and why
We could be made of pixels for all we know, right? In life, we could be playing, we could be in some simulation. At the end of the day, right, we assign meaning to things because it's all meaning it's subjective, right? I might think that Bruce Lee
So much I
is
want
the
to
most
see from
valuable thing in the world to me because my dad gave it when he passed away. Or it could be a piece of shit that we got from the $2 shop. It's subjective, right? Just because something has no, what is even objective?
I will actually counter that for a second.
Enemy
One way
rampage.
do value
I wander, but I'm not lost.
scarcity and the rarity of something. The reason Challenger is technically more valuable than Gold is challenges. It is more valuable based on premises that we use in the real world.
Yeah, I get
Value
it.
physical.
Humans have puts value element in the field, right? Like you actually put your challenge at player, right? Whether it's, you know, whether you can zoom out and say like it's just anyway, there is value in the community. If you come in and say I'm a challenger, Yorick player, whatever it is,
Live
then
with no
you're
regrets.
instantly people are gonna listen to you.
You have merit.
Right? You have merit.
It's like an actor winning an Oscar. If you're an Oscar-winning actor, that says that you have merit in the field of acting.
Yep.
Challenger icon suggests you have merit in the field or the realm of League of Legends. So I think that whole argument of something just because it is a series of pixels on a screen having no value kind of just falls.
You could
to
say
the
that
wayside.
about like golf. It's like we have a stick and a ball and we're trying to get it in the hole. You know, it's
Yeah.
just and
Anything, chess,
anything, right?
acting, anything.
Formula One. We're just driving around in circles.
Whoever gets the best time, all arbiters, nothing has value, nothing has meaning. It's a very nihilistic
view of the world and view of things, right?
enemy is
I think as well, tying back to what he said about it just being pixels, like he was trying to say about people getting angry, right? This is something else I wanted to kind of touch on a bit.
Remember,
Quite a lot of not just video games, not just video games. You get angry at sport, you get angry at sport, and then I have to look at the world. People who exert themselves when they get angry, I think that's perfectly normal. Nothing's wrong with that.
I went to a local, I said this a while ago, I went to a local basketball tournament, and it was finals of like the two local teams, right? And there was people hurling, there was people smashing shit, it was people going crazy. This is, you could say, whether it's real life tangible and I can touch this basketball and this basketball goes in the hoop, or whether we're killing an X10 Rift, it doesn't matter. It's the same. It's just competition, and competition is inherently, it's a human thing. It's a part of the human experience. You can argue it goes all the way down to some of the most innate human, one of the most innate human traits, right? Me versus another person. I'm picking myself. If you think that's like all the way back to Rome, you know, the gladiator arena or whatever. Competition is inherently something that we as humans love and enjoy. So I think that emotion. It's interesting, so I like that you raise that because we automatically assume when there's negative emotions involved in something that is bad.
Yeah.
But nearly everything in life that is worth pursuing revolves around having there is going to be some sort of a negative emotion. That's like the whole, what it means to be human is like, it's like the hero's journey, right? Whether you're pursuing a career, whether you're pursuing a failed relationship, whatever the hell it is in your life, you're going to have negative shit and things are not going to go your way. But the negatives don't mean that it's not worth, it doesn't justify, or what's the word? It doesn't mean that because you felt negatively about something, that it wasn't worth the effort. Sometimes negative emotions are a sign that you care.
100% with the intro as well, when you're talking about esports, like we all know this, esports is predominantly a negative experience. Like,
Yeah.
practice,
every
Being a pro player.
being a pro player, you guys see the stuff that goes behind that. Yeah.
Even being an
profoundly
athlete. Being an
100%.
athlete. The amount of hours, blood, sweat, and tears that goes on. So I think that, like, you know, off the bat, I don't think these arguments are very good. I can see where he's coming from. I guess steelmanning his argument, maybe what he's saying is League can negatively impact people's lives.
Which is true.
Which is objectively true. Some people are addicted to a toxic relationship with League, like they can have a toxic relationship with anything. Right? You can watch way too much Netflix and not leave the house and eat Doritos all day. You can have a very negative, it's going to ruin your life. The same with online gambling, whatever the hell it is. But I think that, yes, it's important to be accountable for your relationship with something, with your hobby.
And not to go too deep, but you can be challenged and happy, and you can be gold and very happy. Like, it's about your relationship with progress and like your goals and how you feel.
Dominating.
Continue on.
Hey, you're the exact person I'm trying to talk to.
I'll
The
have them
people who
chasing your
only view
tail.
rank as the only way to measure skills in video games. And also the fact that an icon decides the value of it. This is the type of people I speak to. In this video, I'm going to break down why league rank is a terrible way to measure someone's skills. I'm going to show how difficult to climb just to maintain
An enemy is
So we we should probably first our stance already. The rank system is a fantastic way to measure your skill in League. Let's just look at the most obvious examples. Is that if you get to the top of the ladder, and anyone who's gotten to the top of the ladder is going to have a much better shot, significantly better shot at becoming a professional player and being the best than someone who is in gold. It's impossible for a gold player to be a pro player, right? So that already exists means that there has to be an element that rank system is go good at measuring. So we talk about measuring skill. What's your question?
I think like back in the day, is climbing the ranks. I feel like that is killing the nexus, being good at being good.
Yeah, we'll get into it, but I think it's important to know that.
And the other one talks about, you mentioned that the rank that you have is going to be whether your opinion is going to be the weight or not. That's just how it has to work.
It's a meritocracy.
Yeah, in some aspects, I will say, like we do not discount the opinion as well lower rank
I'm
players.
living
We
my best
build communities as well.
An ally has been slain.
They can understand their own experiences better than others sometimes. But in terms of like winning games of League of Legends, the proof is in the pudding.
Yes.
If you win more games in higher ranked games, you're better at winning games and you're competition.
And we don't. No one has the luxury to sit down and have a conversation with every player. I'm going to know exactly how good you are, your knowledge of the game. Like a rank is just a beautiful little filter system.
It's exactly right. Okay, let's use an example, right? Someone who's in silver could theoretically have a better understanding of a very particular aspect of the game than someone in platinum, or even emerald for that matter. Someone in silver could be a master of water, master of dungeons, but they could be terrible at all these other aspects. That can be the case. It's unlikely. But I have seen it where there's like a pattern. One people That's what the
Rank is a filter. What actually
And it sounds like maybe what you might say is that maybe
No, Nathan, I've seen a lot of Draven.
All right, let's get into it. I already get into the way.
Maybe
Let's
Draven
go
is
good
good.
mechanically at Draven. Let's just hear the opinion.
And basically break down why I think rank is not worth playing. Now, if you genuinely have fun, then I do not judge you. That's fine if you enjoy that side of it. Now one needs to explain why that value is not one time investment. Also, once I break down the reasons why you have to lowest ranking player in Legends, outplaying a Masters player, which is very high ranking in League of Legends, top like 3% or something like that. I'll show you video evidence of an actual tournament of these players to prove that being high rank is not definite for the best player. That one big reason rank doesn't matter is because the average many people are going to hit diamond in whatever game you can think of. But not everyone is going to become a world champion, or more realistically, a small amateur tournament winner. Unless you are in the top 1% in ranks, rank therefore, you can anonymously do a lot of sneaky and nice that people might not know about. You can get away with a lot more experience. When real you'll either ban your character from being played.
Enemy double kill.
I'm so tired. I really want to play that Naruto game.
okay, so I see what this guy's
Is there any way I can get it on PC?
Yeah, you can.
You... Okay. Just seemed like one of those like Honestly though, it looks kind of like.
Yeah.
right?
I
And
mean, I don't really have a PlayStation,
that's not what most people
but
get
like,
because
it looks like a game that you would that would work
I
better
think
with
it's
like a
messed up your
controller.
siblings don't let you use the PlayStation.
They're stingy. I mean, I haven't asked in a while, but yeah, I don't really think they would. But then again, like, honestly, it's kind of a trauma response though, because like, uh, but honestly, it's no excuse. Because I'm also like, kind of like, I'm really hesitant to let people use my things, especially my siblings, because I really don't trust them. Like one time, like they literally broke my freaking tablet. But like, also that was a long time ago, so I need to get over it. But like, I don't know. It's just like sometimes I don't trust people with my stuff. I feel like they're gonna lose it. So like, I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't expect people to like let me borrow things if like I'm also like kind of stingy. But I think it just depends on the person. Like there are some people that I'm like, I really kind of don't trust you, and then there's other people that I'm like, oh, you're like you won't like break this. Like I know you won't break this.
Enemy rampage.
There's people who are that guy on our server said people at rank 3 playing Upshawn, and he's pretty average at other things.
Yeah, but when you say average, if you're like a master player, I'll get very quick
There's
master,
beauty in
pretty much
even the
anything else, or maybe
smallest
higher.
Even
Yeah, even higher than that. You have your rank is also going to have
Depends
a
on the
base.
champion,
Also,
depends on the skill set.
correct. Different champions. If you played Upshawn, you could probably play 80 carries really well. If you played that running Katarina style, you could probably play Talon. So the skills are more transferable than
I lived and
guys
lived
make
in
it out to
eternity.
be.
yes, yeah.
And honestly, you could bridge the gap in probably a week.
Very quickly.
In a week,
you can.
there's if you were a really good player, an elite player, and you were an OTP, you could expand your champion.
So this is the thing, right? There is merit to his argument. It is objectively true, right? That if an OTP were to enter in a random tournament and get their champion banned, they're not going to perform to the rank that they are in Solid. That's a fact.
Closest of their performance is going to depend on which champion they play in substitute and what skills they develop in their
Exactly right. Exactly right. So, but then it's like, okay, but then what next? Let's say that person, like you said, that Nocturne,
Yeah.
and that tournament, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna play this. That
ones that are similar to Nocturne as well.
they're going to get to a much higher level of play than that other player.
Yep.
Very, very, very quickly. So we're talking about that one tournament, that one game. You're right, maybe that's so there is an element of truth.
Destroyed a turret.
Now that doesn't completely discredit the value of Soul. You're just taking a very outlier ODP for the that one. Time over how many competitive games, over how long is that person going to be able to expand
I
their
carry
champion?
the legacy
A lot of
the
great
sun.
professional players start off with
So the second part of the argument, Charles,
Yep.
was about strategy. In solo queue, there's no strategy, there's no team play. You have your own kind of, there's anonymity and you're doing your own thing. Whereas in competitive, there's kind of. Now we have a specific take on this, Charles. You want to maybe riff on this a bit?
Yeah, so I mean that whole take that like esports is like strategy, it's like the elite levels of play, everyone's on the same page doing a full coordination and like good teamwork and coordination can win versus any rank. Maybe he's
An ally has been slain.
right. It's just not the case. Like we know in Curtis and
I'll have
Nation have been
them
involved with a lot of
chasing
esports
their
at the highest level. We've both won our regions, we've both competed internationally. Like the best players strategy can help, and especially when you're talking about like best of series with the best players versus best players, like the top players, draft is important, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, over a long period of time, the best players win most games. No matter if you're playing ranked, solo queue, or competitive. Like, there is no such thing as a cheese strategy which is going to
the way I actually personally view strategy in any competition below like challenger or semi-pro competition. It's just a gimmick. It's like, what bullshit gimmick comp are they going to come up with?
It's like that whole Atari G, like the double jungle like funnel.
Yeah, the final, exactly right. It's like what? So, and it's like, okay, cool. You have that one strategy. I might that's Sean. You can make an argument that's a part of the game and strategy, but the reality is we would have played that together many times. You're just gonna lose. That's fine. That's pretty good. I think strategy is massive. As a high. I still remember when we go to and we've been to Worlds 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I remember we went to Korea and we were scrambling and we wouldn't even really get to the point where the strategy, because the lane gap would be so large. We're all challengers, all you guys. Even though our players would go to Korea, but we wouldn't even get to the strategy
I'm
because
living my best life.
there would just be massive lane gaps.
Because what
ally has been slain.
trade, like all the fun, like really based on
That's what leads to
Like
the
you're
LP.
doing-
That's correct. Exactly right.
all these
A body
little, that
knowledge,
is actually
a
what
soul
the most of what it's actually the most of this, what you mostly spend your time doing in the game.
Yes.
The strategy or the rotation, the movement, that's just like little like you have like this timeline. You're doing all these little things that it's gonna be basically part of
You
how
should have left home
rotating
years
gets
ago.
solid a lot of the time.
Correct.
And then you've got these one-off like things, okay, decision making, and your individual knowledge.
I would even argue that you can learn most of the skills about the team stuff.
Mortal lives
I think,
with
nowadays,
What is it?
Mid game in solo queue is so sophisticated that people understand offering, they understand.
People understand
tracking,
neutrals, what are you doing in cover?
sometimes better at nowadays. In solo queue games are very
Outside of drafting a good composition. Like really? Like the game,
Like level 1 stuff.
like super crazy
lane,
level.
it's like lane swaps. There's like
The lane swaps are dead.
yeah, it's lane invade.
So lane swaps are dead.
I guess if people would call it like coordinating set lane around.
Someone
certain
wants I want to
objectives.
see for myself.
But we know that's mostly super.
It doesn't really work.
Theoretical.
It's very theoretical. So we're gonna do a set play, but that's just the game. But if you had a player that could they would know they're getting low. You know what I mean? They would always they would see that in solo queue. It's like I'm playing. It's like the El Clasico on top side, Charles. Elise Renekton.
Yeah.
It's like the enemy lock in Elise Renekton. Whether it's solo queue, whether it's competitive, people know it. People know what's coming.
I lost the grand final to Elise Renekton like 3 games.
Yeah, it's, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, then the junglers are still going to do in solo queue. Probably going to be very similar. Anyway, go back to the book.
So, sort of summarize this, we can start to see where this content creator comes. It says he runs League of Legends tournaments. So he's coming from the team play tournament side of League of Legends, which is very restrictive. They're sort of like, in a way, a lot of them are anti-solo.
Yeah, exactly right. There's an anti-solo culture in these kind of team plays.
Just TP. Took TP, bro. Use it.
Best players are not the cheapest. Best players
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like an athlete.
I think that's what it is. Again, you have a big enough
You're acting like
This
the
place
OTP
reminds me of
stand
home.
out every game as well. Like even in these tournaments, you get your characters.
So, you know, what he's saying is objectively true, right? A jungler who is, let's say, 800 LP lower can theoretically outperform their counterpart when if it is an OTP who gets their OTP ban. That can objectively happen.
Yep. People lose track last week.
I believe in Champions. That's objectively true. I don't really have anything else to say. I believe that can happen. It may not always happen. It can definitely happen.
But what I guess we just kind of a weird
Like
view on
this
this video.
He's saying that that person is definitely game
No R, no jungle.
because they're more adapted. That's still even. At the highest level, why? Exactly. That's what we're going. Well, so I think it's important to hear him out. So it's important to understand. We don't want to misjudge.
We're only 4 minutes.
That
in.
is
I
his
probably
argument. That is his argument that your performance in a competitive setting is the be-all end. How you perform in a competitive setting that's what dictates your merit. That's what dictates your skill.
I just want to say I'm coming across as a little bit negative. So just to be clear, I love competitive. More than other guys. I watch a lot of stuff. I love League of Legends. I think it's great. Just want to put that out there.
So what my point was I think that he's using some wall of like a rank gap to come to these conclusions.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
can't
I'm
draw
trying
that conclusion. So yeah,
How far does that go?
how far does that go? Like,
I want to, no, let's not say anything. I want to see if he has an example of how far that
yes.
goes.
Okay. Good.
Be so anonymous during ranked games. Ranked modes give you the perception that you are outsmarting your opponent, and most games do not allow you to replay an opponent. Therefore, your opponent can't adapt to your play style.
An enemy has been slain.
The overall scheme of
Unless you beat the same person multiple times. Like imagine chess. It's like, okay, you did your gimmick strategy or something. Okay, now go again, and then go again, and then go again, and then whoever has the deeper depth of play or champ pool, and who can this happens. Who can have the most depth over a wide that only that will tell you who's the better player. Because the rank is not playing the same players for the most part, you can't really say that person is definitively better than the other person.
So do I.
But where I think this argument, I see the point. Where I think this argument, the way you want to view it, let's get player A. They're playing versus 100 players, and player B is playing versus 100 players. Yes, it's hard for you to objectively measure one person versus the other. But in that one game, if you get player A and player B both playing 100 games, you will see who performs best overall over those sample sizes. So you can't make a value judgment if two players in Gold 4 play each other. You can't really tell who's better. It's just one game. But if you put them both ranked for 100 games, you will know who's the better player objectively because the rank system is pitting you against many different styles, many different plays. So your play, there's no such thing as a playstyle that works into everything. They're going to face its counters, they're going to have games that are easy for it, they're going to have games that are average for it, and so the rank system automatically filters out the gimmicks for you. You know what I mean?
It does, yes, exactly right. That's where the because as you said, it filters out the risk over a long enough period of time. It's like, let's say, think of that one. Or I just use those.
Bulk amount of games. These thinking in terms of like this person in this game, you can't sum up one game. And that's subjective.
The key word here from this outsmarting. I don't think I out like yeah, like
Nice. Okay, baby. I'm gonna end stream. That was fun.
Alright.
I won 2 and I lost 1.
Like that's it. Like, that's no